Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to start by congratulating the Honorable Alexander Mondigi for bringing this matter so that we can have an opportunity to have an intellectual discussion in this House. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I want to make only 2 points very quickly because the time is short. The first one is that the alleged waiving of Article 37 to justify maandamano, Mr. Speaker, is wrong. And the reason is that, first of all, Madam Speaker, can I be protected from this walking around because I'm not focusing?
Honorable Senators, please let's have order.
Yeah, even the mover of the
Can
ocean.
you resume your seats, Honorable Senators?
We want to have an intellectual discussion. Madam Speaker, I want to make this point. They have waived Article 37. But they don't read that there is Article 39, which prescribes the freedom of movement. They don't read that there is Article 40, which prescribes protection of property. They don't read that there's Article 26, which gives the right to life. So, Madam Speaker, I was insisting that if we are going to talk about the Constitution, let us talk about the whole of that Constitution. Article 37 is not superior to the other articles. That's my first point. My second point, Madam Speaker, it is calling this nation to anarchy if we operate outside the state, outside the Constitution. It is actually calling upon the destruction of the state. Madam Speaker, those of us who have gone to school and learned law, we learned, Madam Speaker, in jurisprudence year 1, that there was the English philosopher under jurisprudence by the name Thomas Hobbes. Thomas Hobbes stated in his book Leviathan that in the state of nature, it was the brute force that ruled society. Might was right. Then society developed. It created states. And the state was, we agree as a society, to surrender some of our powers to the executive, to the national parliament, and in this case, Senate and National Assembly, to the judges, so that there is social order. We agreed as a state that this is where we will rule, this is where we will make laws, this is where, if issues arise, we will seek interpretation of those laws. Madam Speaker, any attempt to operate outside the constitutional order, it creates anarchy. Madam Speaker, I want to tell our leaders who are in the opposition that when you move out of the state, agreed state structure, which we have put in the Constitution, agreed that when we have a problem, we shall go to the judges, that when you want to create law, we shall go to the House of Laws, that when you want to execute, we shall go to the powers that is executive. When you move outside that, you are going to create anarchy, and we will have no state to talk about. Madam Speaker, I am urging the leader of opposition, and together with the other people, the Honorable Raila Odinga, Martha Karua, Mheshimiwa Eugene Wamalwa, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, operate within the law. This is the way forward for this nation. We will never reduce the cost of living by throwing stones. We will never bring down change by throwing stones. Madam Speaker.
Do you wish to be informed by Senator Kenywa?
Yes.
Bwana Speaker, Madam Speaker, pole. Senator, Mngatana anawajua hawa watu kwa mienendo yao, kwa mavazi yao na huka zao. Bwana Spika, Abi Spika, unakumbuka vizuri Mlamamba kama alivyokuwa kijita nyakati zile, alipambana na huyu mtu. Unakumbuka ya kwamba huyu mtu huyu na unamjua huyu mtu, yeye mwenyewe alisumbua Moi, akapewa waziri kukatulia, akasumbua Kibaki, akaleta machafuko mpaka akapewa waziri mkuu. Kutoka hapo akasumbua Uhuru kwa maandamano haya.
Senator Kenywa, there is a point of order here. What's the point of order?
Please, Madam Speaker, you warned me and gave me directions that I should not use a point of information to debate. And I complied and I respectfully accepted your decision. Madam Speaker, Commissioner Kenywa, who should know better because he has been a speaker in this house, is using point of information to debate and talk about crocodiles, things that are not before the house, Madam Speaker.
Okay.
Please rule him out of order.
Resume your seat now, Senator Kenywa. Senator Kajwang. Senator Kenywa, can you give the information without bringing in